Intuitive Shift. I'm your host, Calmonia Gordon, and today I wanted to talk to you about wise counsel. What does that mean? Basically, it means who do you get your advice from? I was recently reading a scripture in, I believe it's First King 21 or 12. I think it's First King 12. Anyway, forgive me, don't quote me. But in that scripture, what happened was King Solomon had died and his son Rehoboam was taking over the kingdom. For all you who Bible buff, if it's not Rehoboam, it's Jeroboam. My apologies. But Solomon's son was taking over, and he had dealt harshly with some of the people. So there was a division in the kingdom. So after he died, these people came to him and like, okay, can you deal softly with us? Reduce some of the taxes. Kind of sound like what we're living right now, right? Reduce some of the taxes and make things easier for us. So he said to them, come back to me in 3 days and I'll give you my answer. Then he went to the elders, the senior people, and we have to pay attention because people who are senior have certain advantages. I'm not saying they're always right, but they have certain advantages in that they've learned, they've experienced a little bit more life, and they just see things differently. So the older counselor said to him, yes, deal with them better, not as harsh as your dad did, because if you do that, they will serve you and they will serve you well. The king went over to his younger friends who are the same age as him, teenagers, and they go, no, if tell them if our dad dealt harshly with you, listen, we're going to squeeze you by the... So he went back. When they came back, he told them that, and it was very disappointing because it ended up causing a split. He practically lost his kingdom because of it. So the message is, who are you taking your advice from? And it's good to have both sides, but it's also good for you to sit down and assess the information that you've given. Most of the time when people may come to me or they'll say something, what I like to do, I like to say, you know what? Did you put it on pen and paper? Get a line, go down the middle, put for, put against. What is it? What are the advantages? What are the disadvantages? Because ultimately, when we make decisions, we believe it's just affecting us. But there is a ripple effect that happens. And yes, sometimes, especially in today's society, you have a lot of the older people who are not necessarily making wise decision or giving wise counsel like they used to in the old days. But 9 times out of 10, I would say, they tend to give better counsel than the younger people who are just living for the moment. Because with older people and having wise counsel, it meant they have lived and they've gone through certain experiences and process. So they are not just giving you from the head. They have experience with the heart, and they've aged and they've matured. So whereas when they're younger, they may be intent to be tight. As they become older, they let go. Oh, this is not worth it. Let go, let bygones be bygones and stuff like that. So I want to encourage you, Shift Nation, to pay attention to where you're getting your counsel. What are the advice you're getting? Who are you getting it from? And is it serving you well? If it's not, I'm going to encourage you to revamp, to take time to be quiet, to find out what you really want, because that is the biggest challenge. If you don't know what you want, anyone will sell you something and you will buy it and think it's yours when it's not. #Shift. Remember, 2 thumbs up, subscribe, like, share the message with someone who may need to be encouraged or motivated. But like the second hand on the clock, you keep ticking, Go to my website, palmoniagordon.com, to connect with me, to come out, to do a speech, to do an event. And you can get my books, order it, or make the shift to success on Amazon or from my website. I love you. God bless you. Have a good day.